Live from Hickory. It's country-ish. Alan!
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was y'all's underdog, dressed in beer overalls, living next to the woods. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making Popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I am from Hickory. I'm happy about it. I hope you're happy. I really do. You know, and if you're not, let me work on that for you for a little bit, maybe an hour or so. I'll try and work on turning that frown upside down. Huh? What do you say about that? What up, bumpkins? How you doing? It's Tuesday, February the 8th, 2022. This is episode 115 of Country-ish, and this episode is full of trains, planes, automobiles, and free speech, baby. Woo! So stay tuned. We got a lot of hot talk about Joe Rogan in the Best Trends segment. Ryan Sickler from the Honeydew podcast is going to zoom in. We'll talk about that. We're going to celebrate National Boy Scout Day. Valentines Day is coming up. And in small town news, a Florida man steals a car and then sends a train crashing into a house. Crazy small town news story. Stick around. We have a great show. We're live right now on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm checking your comments. I got three guys over here checking comments today. Well, look, I've got two interns sitting over here. Well, all right, let me do this. Oh, yes, that is Elliot the intern. He's wearing the beautiful ginger beard mask from yours truly. That's actual size there. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then next to him is, he's not really an intern. He's a co-host, but he's filling in for intern Isaiah, Mr. Mark Hunt right there. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
And then over here we got Sergeant Havelball, and they're all checking comments. And you leave a comment, and if it pertains to what we're doing, and if we can get to it quick enough, we'll read it live right now during the show. And if I don't do it now, I'll do it next week. And to prove that I do that, I'm going to read some comments from last week. See how that works? Last week I asked everybody. That's not what I asked. No, yes. Let me ask you a new question. I did this out of order. New question. Answer this question. Leave it in the comments section. Have you ever got your car stuck on train tracks? I want to know about that. Leave it in the comments section. It has to do with tonight's small town news story. Now, last week, I asked people if they had personalized license plates. And here's some comments from last week. Give by a shout out right here. Dakota Monosmith said, I had a Fox body Mustang, and my vanity plate said Mustake, since I'm a Chevy guy, but I'm not too brand picky with cool cars and trucks. My drag/street car I have now is a Mazda RX-7, and it has a different vanity plate now, but my previous plate for it said H-U-K-N Huckenbuck, as in hooking and booking. All right. I don't know what that means, hooking and booking. I like it. Sounds cool. Rick Sanford III, he said, personalized plates. My first was on my 92 Chevrolet 1500 pickup. It said RDOK, like Red October. Oh, I get it. Nice, Red October. Red October. Yeah, I would read that way. Truck was red, and I was born in October, and it was my favorite movie. Second was on my 93 Ford Thunderbird LX, Ice TCU. Ice to CU. White car, ice. And it popped out of an ice sculpture at a mafia party. Oh, The Simpsons. Oh, it refers to The Simpsons. Okay, I got you. Shane Lister said, going to get one that says, too fat for you. PHAT, pretty hot and tempting. I like your confidence, Shane Lister. Brian Reynolds said, hey, here's what he said. Hey, a 1989 Toyota 4x4 that had 89 Toy on the plate and Toyota, the heartbeat of Japan, on the tailgate. Shane Flint, superfan Shane, says, yep, currently have a personalized plate. Casting. Fishing is my hobby, and I'm always casting. You can follow my YouTube at Shane Flint Outdoors. Shout out Shane Flint Outdoors. I will plug your YouTube channel because you're a super fan and a super guy. We love ourselves some Shane Flint. Okay. Also, many ways you can help the show. If you got no money, but you want to help the show, you can always go to Apple Podcast and write us a new review. Give us 5 stars, and I'll give you a shout out on the show. We got a new one right here. It says, new listener, 5 stars. Found this podcast from Nate Lynn where you broke down dancing in the field at a football game in the 90s. Love the country-ish vibe and the straight comedy show. Reminds me of hanging out with my family here in Georgia. Please keep them coming, guys. Well, thank you, Mr. J15.mart. All right, cover your ears, boys. Whew, that hurts. That's for you, buddy. All right. Now, here's another thing you can do to help. I'm so needy right off the top of the show, but don't worry. We're gonna get to the show. You can hit the share button. Hitting the share button helps us grow. You know what I mean? It's real easy to do. There's a little arrow at the bottom left or bottom right somewhere. It's a little arrow. You know, YouTube's got one. Facebook's got one. And if you hit that share button and share this with someone else, then we grow. It helps. And I know some people are like, well, John, if I hit the share button right now, I'm going to miss a funny thing that you do with your face, and I don't want to do that. So, and by the way, I don't really like doing this, but I started it a while back, and we have a couple of Patreon supporters who demand that I do it, and since they're paying us, I'm going to do it. So I've come up with a thing. What I do is I look right down the barrel of that camera, and I beg you to hit the share button. Do you believe in sharing this pod? Come on. I can feel something on top of me head. It's a dumb Wiggins, it's not enough. Hell. Huh? Share stare. See what I did there? Did the share stare. I hope you hit the share button. It's a lot of work. Man, I thought I nailed it on that one. My voice feels pretty good. All right, so thank you for doing that. We're not just live on Facebook and YouTube. We're a regular podcast for your ear holes. Spotify, Pandora, Stitcher. Wait a minute. Did you hear me? Spotify. Mm-hmm. I'm on Spotify. You can't kick me off of Spotify. You don't have the power to cancel me. They don't even know I'm there. But I hope that they do. So I'm on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, you name it, we're everywhere. I'm also a touring comedian. I'm on the road all the time. I just came back from Albany, New York. Did 2 shows on a Friday night. Took me 8 days to get there. Did one night and turned around and came home. We're going to get to that in a minute. But my next gig, and you can find these tour dates at countryish.com, click on tour dates. Coming up, this coming weekend, Friday and Saturday, I'll be in Kansas City, baby. Kansas City. Kansas City. Here I come. Improv, Friday and Saturday. After that, Richmond, Virginia at the Funny Bone the next weekend. After that, I'll be in High Point, North Carolina at the High Point Theater. So come see me. All those tour dates are at countryish.com. Let me get to the man sitting across from me right now. Very tall guy. Clocks in around 7 feet, 32 inches tall. That's what it says on a stat sheet. And when I say stats, I'm talking he played little b-ball back in the day for an NBA team called the Charlotte Hornets when they first came out. I'm talking like Kurt Rambis years, this dude. He had glasses that looked just like him. Anyways, one of my best friends. He sometimes goes by the Fly Swatter. Sometimes he goes by Southeastern Man of Mystery. I like to call him Sebastian. How are you?
Fantastic, fantastic.
Good to see you.
Oh, always a pleasure.
Thanks for coming.
Yep.
I see you brought some show and tell.
We got show and tell today.
We're going to get to that.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I'm impressed by your bling bling over here. Both of you. Both of my interns, my co-hosts have stuff. Interns, you guys got to pick up the slack. How was your weekend, though? Did you do anything exciting?
Went snow tubing this weekend.
Oh, did you? Again?
Yeah, or was that last weekend?
That was
My
last weekend.
Was it?
Was it?
No, I haven't seen you.
No,
snow tubing.
I was trying to get to Albany. I felt like I've been snow tubing.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
No,
snowed.
wait. The last weekend, I don't know.
Well,
it's all
today's
running
Tuesday.
together.
It was last weekend, Sean.
Was it?
Like
Thank
this
you.
weekend.
It all runs together. For
Where
me.
were you this weekend?
I don't discriminate against the days of the week, Mark. I don't like to do that. Every day is a weekend for me.
Well, do you know where you were this past weekend?
I actually seen your girlfriend this weekend.
Oh, well, there you
yes,
go.
there you go. I took care of her.
Oh.
Fiance.
Talking about.
Yeah,
do
I
you mean
made
you
sure
took care of her?
I'm security.
You didn't give her a foot massage, did you?
I did not.
Oh, thank you, Marcus. All
We
right.
played this little pig.
What? No, I appreciate you looking
Yeah.
after her. Did you go to Novel?
Yeah, I saw her briefly, and
Yeah.
that's it.
What was going on at Novel?
There
Was there a band?
a band.
Yeah.
Yeah, singing.
Sounds like you know more than he does.
All right. Well, look, can I tell you about my weekend?
I know.
It
Tell me
was-
about it. It's Albany, New York.
Dude, I tried to get there, and I talked about this a little bit last night on Hartford and Reap with Reno Collier. So I'm just going to gloss over it because I don't want to repeat myself too much. I tried to get to Albany, New York, Thursday night. I had 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. That's it, 4 shows. Going to come back Sunday. Thursday night flight got canceled. Now I got to go Friday. I go the earliest flight out Friday, that got canceled. Next flight, Friday afternoon, I'm thinking I'm on the phone. I don't know if I can make it for that first show. They're like, well, we'll cancel the second show. Just get here if you can. That flight gets canceled. Now all of Friday's gone. Then Saturday I almost didn't make it, but I had to fly into D.C. first, do a connection. I do that in the air on the way to Albany from D.C. They come on the intercom and like, so it's still too icy in Albany to land, so we're going to divert to Hartford, Connecticut. And we landed in Hartford, Connecticut, and they said, we're going to wait for the runway to thaw or something, and then we'll go from there. But everybody get off the plane. Everyone got off the plane, and then they said, oh, yeah, never mind, we're not doing that. You're on your own. And so all these people who had no intentions of being in Hartford, Connecticut are now in Hartford, Connecticut. Who knows if they know anybody in Hartford? They don't have a car rental reservation. They didn't offer us hotels. In fact, they said, we're taking this plane back to D.C. with nobody on it. So even if you wanted to go back to D.C., they're like, no, you can't get on this plane. That's a low blow from American Airlines. Shame on you, American Airlines. I'm a platinum member.
Platinum.
You know who you're talking to here? Huh? Million miler, dude. Million miler. I make George Clooney from Up in the Air look like chump change. And I'm better looking.
Have you met Sam Elliott?
What does
He
that
delivered
mean?
the black card in the movie.
I don't remember.
Never mind.
Okay. Make Sam Elliott look like something or other. Thank you, Elliott.
You're
Start calling
welcome.
you Sam Elliott. All right. So it was tough, dude.
So, but you
I
did a
got
show.
there. I got there on Friday.
Show must go on.
Got there Saturday. Show must go on, and they were very nice. And to all the people who came to see me in Albany Saturday night, we had a blast. It was really a great show. I did 2 of them. Then I came back on Sunday, and now I'm here. But it was crazy, dude. You know what else is going to happen between now and next Tuesday? Valentine's Day.
Ooh, the
Valentine's.
love.
I love love.
Love.
You love love?
Oh.
You don't like love. You don't hate love. You just don't like it. I know you, and I know you don't love love. You just don't like love.
I don't like
You
love.
don't hate love.
No,
you
you
just
don't
like
hate
it.
love.
Yeah.
We just don't love love.
You love like.
We love likes.
I want to know what love is.
I want to know what love is.
I want you to show me. That's all I know.
Feel it. I want to feel it. Happy Valentine's
Yes,
Day,
happy
everybody.
Valentine's.
That's what we're saying. So, you know what I did?
What?
Because I love the people who watch us. I love the people who listen to us. I think we should read them a Valentine's Day card.
Oh, Lord.
What do you think?
Okay.
Mr. Sergeant Havelball, do you have some Valentine's Day cards you can pass out to everyone? Oh, here he is kicking shit again. Look at this
Gets
guy.
in his own way.
I know. Be careful.
Oh,
There's
sir.
18 cameras. We have more cameras on this podcast than any other podcast that does better than us. So I'm telling you, we're putting the work in. The quality is here. Anyway, we're going to go around the room eventually, and we're going to read everybody. We're going to read this to you. They haven't. He's proofreading it right now.
Yeah,
we haven't. They haven't looked at this yet. I've skimmed some. I don't know which one I have. I'm gonna crack it open, and I'm gonna look right at the camera, and I'm gonna read this to you like you're my girl. Now, don't get your hopes up. I'm engaged to a very beautiful Jody. I love you. Just go with the thing. I'm just reading this like it's for them. So I'll start.
Good.
And then one of you guys can read after me. Who wants to go after me? Elliot, Mark, or Sergeant Havaball, or Sebastian? Y'all be thinking about it, okay? All right. This is for you. The countryish bumpkins out there. My Patreon supporters. I just want you to know. It was love at first sight. First conversation. First time I heard you laugh. The more I learned about you, the more I loved you. And after all this time, I'm still learning, still loving, still grateful for the day that you walked into my life and changed it forever. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, who wants to go next?
That was very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Who wants to go next?
No, we're going to go this way. We're going to go clockwise, aren't we?
Sergeant Havaball.
I couldn't even read mine.
Step up.
To the plate.
Look into the camera when you can. From time to time, look at the card and look up at the camera when you can.
What is real love? It's hurried hugs on our way out the door, or texting each other in the middle of a busy day. It's Saturdays around the house, getting things done. It's making things up as we go, and finding stuff to laugh about, even in tough times. It's being best friends, no matter what life brings. In the great moments and the messy ones too. Real love is going through all the ups and downs of life together and still feeling that spark. And I do. Always will.
Thank you, Mark.
Very
Thank you.
nice. Very nice, Mark.
Okay, who wants to go over here at this table?
Okay, I'll go.
have
Give me
one.
go next.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next. I'm gonna do it in my low, sexy voice. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Here we go.
Right. Look into the camera when you can from time to time and really give it to the ladies, you know?
Okay.
A lot of ladies tune in because they think you might be related to John Stamos.
Yeah. Thinking wrong, but here we go.
So give it to him, buddy.
I love the feel of your skin against mine. The comfort of being safe in your arms. The sweet softness of your kisses on my neck. And the loving goodness that follows. I love the happiness of knowing this life is ours to share together. Our love deserves to be celebrated, baby. Today and every day.
All right. Thank you.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, my
Thank you, Mark. That was beautiful.
That was great, man.
Wow. I'm feeling stuff.
I'm feeling the feels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel love. All right,
Sean?
buddy. It's all you.
Yeah.
Right here.
Look
Give to
into
him.
it.
Don't look at me. You look at them.
Anywhere with you feels like our own little slice of paradise. With you, I'm surrounded by love, appreciation, and kindness. And it's just what I need. No matter where we are on a romantic getaway, holding hands at home, I'm happy. God, I'm so happy. Because together.
Yeah.
Together.
Oh, wow.
I'm improvising.
Okay. I was like, wow.
It's
you
a
looked that-
favorite.
you looked that down there 3 times?
Yeah. It's a favorite place. Our place. Happy Valentine's Day 2022.
Yes, and all the
Red roses.
You guys did excellent. Hey, seriously, we love you, and happy Valentine's Day. All right, thank you, the Alan Jackson. I think that went pretty smooth.
Fantastic music in the
Now listen, if you like that, if that gave you the feels, can you imagine what it's going to be like when we do country-ish after dark. After dark. It's after this show tonight, but only for Patreon supporters. So, if you want to get on some more love, we're going to, we'll have a little bit more drinks. We're going to talk to you one-on-one. We're going to invite you into the Zoom room. We'll put you on screen. We'll talk right at you. We'll let you ask us questions. Any question. I got moonshine in here. We're going to get crunk, right? Get lit, as Marcus likes to say. Lit, is that what?
That's what the kids say.
That's what the kids say. So we're going to do all that at 9:30 for Patreon supporters only. If you go to countryish.com, click on support, you can sign up right now, and you can make it in time, okay? So if you want to do that, anytime's a good time. All right, let's move on. We got a lot to talk about. We got best trends. We got Ryan Sickler going to zoom in from the Honeydew podcast, and we have a great small town news segment. But, let's get to our first segment. What I do here is I go to the Twitter, you see. I click on your hashtag, and I see what's trending. What are you talking about? And then I weigh in. I talk about what you're talking about. It's how you know we're current and we're in the know. It's a segment that I call, Ooh, it's the best trends. Here's what you're talking about. All right, here we go. Buckle up, everybody. Hashtag Joe Rogan is a trending over Spotify, Neil Young, misinformation, and the N-word. It's going down. And let me just start off. I posted this picture when I was at the Albany airport. I had 5 hours to kill. And I'm like, yeah, I'll play along. And I noticed that a lot of people, comedians, were posting the pictures with Joe Rogan. And he just recently made a big apology. I see Alan's running in here. Got to make sure. I'm going to do a camera flip here in a minute. Oh, yeah, we got to zoom back out on the interns. So he recently, he's in the news because of Neil Young said, if you don't take my music off Spotify, it's either me or Joe Rogan. And they chose Joe Rogan. And I love Neil Young. I really love Harvest Moon. Keep on rocking in the free world. I like Neil Young. Listen. That's why it's called country-ish. I put the ish in country-ish. A lot of vaccine talk. A lot of people get upset about that. And just recently, someone made a clip of him saying the N-word a bunch of times. I don't even like saying N-word.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say that I look N-word. You know what I mean? Because it's everyone's heated and it's getting hot and all this stuff. But I think we'll get serious for a minute. Now I'll look in this camera, and I invite everyone out there, everybody out there who had a problem with this picture, go ahead and call in. There should be a phone number down here somewhere. Is this a good shot, Alan? There should be a phone number down there somewhere. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and start calling it. We'll call this segment, You Got a Reap Beef? You got a beef with Reap? Well, let's talk about it, And I'm going to be as nice and civil as I can because I don't like making anybody mad. I'm full of love, dude. It's Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm all about the love. So I posted a picture. A lot of people got mad. Joe Rogan made an apology. And I want to take this opportunity right now to look at the camera and tell you, I ain't apologizing for shit. I didn't do anything. But anyway, maybe you think I did. A lot of people got mad. I'm going to go back over here. A lot of people unfollowed me.
Oh, they unfollowed you.
A lot of people unfollowed me. I lost like 1,000 followers just because of this right here. And here's what I said. Very proud and grateful to be a part of this Game Changers podcast. Thank you, Mr. Joe Rogan. Hope to get you on the Country-ish podcast one day. Till then, we'll see y'all next weekend at the Kansas City Improv Comedy Club. So I took that opportunity to promote my gig. Yep. Let everybody know I'm down with Mr. Rogan here. He's getting a lot of heat. A lot of people are coming at him. So I thought a lot of comedians are posting pictures showing support for him. And I'll tell you how this whole thing started. This guy's got the #1 podcast on the planet.
Yep.
I mean, right? We talked about how his ratings are bigger than
CNN, MSNBC, Fox News combined, double.
Right. So, and he's always been nice to me. from the very first years of me living in Los Angeles at the Comedy Store. You know, I had to. He went up after me one time. Like at the Comedy Store, it's a comedian every 15 minutes.
Right.
And I did my spot, and I introduced Joe Rogan, and I had a good set. And he came up and he grabbed the mic. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, that's your new sitcom star right there." Like he gave me a big compliment. He's very nice, and I'll never forget it. So then, right before I moved back to Hickory, I ran into Joe at the Improv in Melrose in Hollywood, and I told him I was leaving. And his eyes got this big. He's like, "Oh, I'm so jealous. I can't wait to get out of this town. What are you going to do?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go home and maybe get a nice big house on the lake." This is before the pandemic and my dad's stroke. He goes, "Oh, please take pictures, send it to me." I got his number, and I come back home, and I said, "Dude, I got a special." That's when Ginger Payne comedy album was coming out. I said, "Do you mind if I come on your podcast and promote it?" And I didn't think he'd get back to me right away. I mean, it was like maybe a minute. He goes, "Of course." I was like, this dude, he didn't have to do that.
No.
And he did. And so I went on his podcast. Now, again, this was before COVID.
Yeah.
This was before all kinds of crazy stuff that's been going on. And we didn't talk about it. We talked about my dad having a stroke. We talked about Hemi stuff. We talked about football. We had a blast. So I saw a friend who maybe was hurting a little bit. And I thought, dude, I'm with you. And I posted that. And whew, the heat.
The heat.
The heat coming off of it, man. You could roast marshmallows from that picture right there. That's all we did, and a lot of comedians are doing it. So then, in case you're wondering what the feedback was, and you got the number up there, the Ellen Jack. Is anybody on the horn?
Yeah, we got a few people on the line.
All right, so hold tight. I got more splaining to do. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this on my head. I've been vaccinated. All right? I've got 2 shots of Pfizer and the booster. I had COVID in 2020. I'm an OG COVID. Got that shit right out the gate. Me and Tom Hanks for a minute. We're trendsetters. So I've done all I can do. Now, he's got people on his podcast that will tell you all kinds of stuff. He asks questions. He has a thirst for knowledge. This is a good thing. So just so you know, when you call in, just have that information ready. And again, I don't want to yell at people, but we could talk about it. But let me tell you how great the feedback was. Now, the Alan Jackson, can you go to that? Okay, yeah. You see the little icon underneath it says 10K right there. Now, if you click on that button, that's 10,000 people reacted to this photo. Some positive, some negative. I'll go to Mark Hunt. What do you think the ratio from positive to negative is? Is it mostly positive, mostly negative?
I think, positive, mostly positive for you.
Yeah, what do you think? Like 50, 60, 40, 70, 30?
I say 80-20 positive.
Yeah? What about you, Elliot?
That's really exactly what I was going to say, 80-20.
Paul, you want to go different? Are you...
I'd say they're giving way too much graciousness on it, so that swings way above high 90s.
All right, so click on it again there, the Alan Jackson. We can look at it, the 10K number there. Now look, out of 10,000, 8.9 thousand gave it a thumbs up. 1.1 thousand gave it a heart. Okay, so now we're at almost 10,000. 27 people gave it a heart hug emoji. Only 22 people were mad about it. But if you go to the comment section, you'll see a lot of people who are like, screw you, I was a fan, I'm out of here, I can't believe you would post that picture with Joe Rogan, I'm unfollowing you, and they bounced. And I lost about 1,000 followers right away. But then over time, people started going like, no, that's brave of you, which is not brave, I just posted a picture. And then, so we're back to where I started. So it's a wash. In a weird way, I just sort of like did some filtering. You know what I mean? So I want to know what everybody out there thinks. Is there anybody on the phone, the Alan Jackson? Now, we're going to take 3 phone calls, and we got other show to do. And I'm going to be courteous and kind, and I hope that you will be, and we'll see what happens. All right. Let's go to the first one, the Alan Jackson. Let's see who we got on the phone. Hey there, John Reap here. Who's this?
This is Cameron.
Cameron, where you calling from, brother?
Cameron, I'm in Georgia right now. I'm from Missouri. I'm down here for work.
All right. So what did you think? Do you follow me on Facebook?
Yeah, dude, I'm actually the guy I get on there and comment. I ask you to do the Larry Bird impression all the time. I want you to bring that bit back so bad, man.
Okay, so what he's talking about, I used to do a bit where I put pantyhose on my head, and then my nose would
God.
kind of go like this. And I kind of, when I had no beard, I kind of had a Larry Bird look to me, and I said, it's Larry Bird smashed in a screen door. It's a throwaway joke. But
so
some
funny
people
'cause it's
love
so
it.
damn specific,
I've never
man.
seen
That's
this,
so
dude.
Funny.
It's on my Comedy Central Presents. It's how I ended the show.
I've never seen
I just
this.
said out of nowhere,
I
you
tried
guys like
finding it the other day
impressions?
to show my brother. I couldn't find it.
Well, for that joke to work,
But,
two things
any-
have to happen. I have to shave my beard, and I gotta always have pantyhose in my back pocket. So one of those
well,
could
It'd be
happen.
worth it for us, though.
All right, man. Well, tell me what you think. What's going on?
With the Joe Rogan thing?
Yeah.
No, I don't really understand why people get mad at you over it like that, man. I mean, I don't know if it's for the COVID thing or the Neil Young fans or they're just not like Joe or what. But, I mean, Joe's like a comedian's comedian. You know what I mean? He catches a lot of hate, dude, but he's in there tight with some of the best. You know what I mean? And it makes sense to me that you guys be pals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's done a lot for other comedians, definitely.
Right. Right.
And some people, you know, what he's catching heat for now is someone made, and Ryan Sickler, who's going to zoom in here in a minute, can go in depth on this, but someone made a video of him using the N-word over the last 10 years. And it's like,
Joe?
yeah. It's out there.
Man, that's always so problematic because, I mean, you never know the context, what kind of conversation somebody was having or who he was talking with or what it could be about. Now, this is it's a good thing I ain't fucking famous because that would get me in a lot of trouble.
Right. And could you imagine
You know
if
what I mean?
every one of us,
Yeah.
had footage of us for the last 20, 30 years? I mean, that's how long he's been. I mean, I moved to L.A. in 2000. It's 22 now. So,
Jeez, we just need footage from our last fantasy football draft to get us all out of whack.
so listen, I mean, you either for free speech or you're not. Really, it's kind of how it boils down. You might not agree with everything he says, and maybe some things he does pisses you off, but shouldn't he be allowed?
I mean, when you get down to his podcast, man, it's him and people having conversation. You know what I mean? That's all that is. I mean, I don't even understand how, like with Neil Young, you know, getting on to him for spreading misinformation. I don't get that.
Yeah.
He has people come on and share their opinions. You know what I mean? Or then,
Right. That's the
like
thing.
You got, what's up?
I had someone say, well, look, it's illegal for you to yell fire in a theater. Now, is that an infringement on your free speech? And I go, no, I get that. But he's not yelling fire in a theater. He's letting other people yell fire. All he's doing is interviewing people. He's talking to them. He's getting their opinions. And, you know, he's weighing in. So, but I appreciate the phone call, brother. The Alan Jackson, we got a couple more.
I didn't think I'd get to, bro. Thank you.
My pleasure. Peace out, buddy.
Yep. Bring that bit back, dude.
I'll consider it since you called in. I appreciate it. All right, let's go to one more phone call, maybe two more. All right, John Reap here. Who am I talking to? Oh, do we hang up?
Hey, John. This is Jason.
Jason?
Jason from Knoxville. Yeah, man.
Jason from Knoxville, Tennessee, home of the World's Fair back in the 80s.
1980 World's Fair.
Is that right?
That's right. We got that big old gold ball to show for it.
Yep.
You know, up in the city there. You can see it from all over the city.
Yep, I've been there one time. It's pretty cool up in there. Yeah. All right, buddy. So calling in from Knoxville, what do you got for me? Are we mad at me or are we cool? What's going on?
What kind of sorry sack of crap could be mad at John Reed? That's what I want to do.
You know what I think happened, Jason? I think I sort of if you look at my Facebook page as a big tree, I kind of shook it, and the leaves that weren't really attached that much just kind of fell off. Yeah. The ones that were in there stayed in there. So I think I had some people following me that were, you know, I don't want to say Karens maybe, but the ones who they're a little extra sensitive. And don't even probably watch Joe Rogan, to be honest with you. They probably saw one or two things that they didn't like and saw the picture, and then I had to pay the price for it. But what's your take, Jason?
Well, you know, I'm definitely not mad at you or anybody else supposed to pick with Joe Rogan. I would do the same. A little more kind of miffed at Joe a little bit. You know, I mean, it's a tough thing that he did there. You know, I can't make excuses for him using that word, but again, you have to go in context with it, like you guys were saying. And, you know, like I listen to guys like Legion of Skanks and stuff like that, and they use that word all the time, but then they have, you know, African-American gentlemen on there that they're friends with, and it's all a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just say, you know, with him, you know, apologizing, and then that's one thing, but then I read today he was willing to take down like 130 of his episodes, and I'm just kind of afraid it's like a slippery slope, you know, with free speech as we're talking about. I've got to show myself, and it's just scary to think about everything could be censored at one time or another. You know, there's people that don't like anything that you put out, you know. So that's kind of where I stand at it.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I hear you. It is one of those things, it's all about context, right? So in his apology, which really wasn't, I don't think it was so much of an apology as it was as a, you know, explanation. You know, this is what you're not getting, is that there's context here. He wasn't calling anyone those words. He was referring to them in a conversation. Someone else maybe said it and he went along with it. Or maybe it was in a song. If it's in a song and you're by yourself and you're jamming out, are you going to censor yourself in your car? You know what I mean? We love NWA.
We do.
How many times have we jammed out to NWA in my Camaro back in 92, 91? Mark, how many times? I mean,
how many times have you said cracker?
So what I'm saying is context is very important.
It is.
And, you know,
Definitely.
I don't think it's fair to go back in time and judge people on today's rules. You know, that's just not fair.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, you know, take it out of context, like you said. I mean, you could take clips out of any show, probably even like mainstream news shows, and if you played them a certain way, you could make them sound completely different. So it's really not fair what they did to him.
I agree, Jason. So what do you do for a living, man?
Well, I own a small business. Me and my wife, she's actually a nurse practitioner, but I quit my main job and I make jewelry for a living, and I do podcasting for a living. So that's what I do.
Well, sweet, dude. Well, I appreciate you. I assume you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or something.
All of it, man. I actually just discovered your show about a month ago, and I've been just listening to everything you do, man. So I really appreciate you giving us laughter because we need it so bad these days.
Well, Jason, I appreciate you, man. You have a good one, and we'll talk to you later, man. Get on that Patreon. You can see us after dark. All right. D. Allen Jackson, let's get to the last call. So far, it's been kind. I don't know what this – maybe he's saving the worst for last. I don't know. Hey, it's John Reap here. Who's this?
This is Kim.
Kevin sounds familiar. Kevin from where?
Montana.
Oh, Kim.
Kim.
Boy named Kim.
It's a boy named Kim. That's right, from up there in Montana.
Sebastian, how are you, man?
You ever heard of Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I see him all the time on the UFC channel all the time.
Yeah. What do you think about all this?
Well, you know, I'm with the rest of these people. It's all in context, you know, and with all this social media and stuff, I don't know, it's hard. You can't say anything anymore without offending somebody.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you say. You can say something nice about somebody, and they can turn it around and make it horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. His intentions are never to hurt, you know, those people, that race.
Right.
But
I don't think
to me, when someone says
a successful comedian and hurt people like that, it won't work.
To me, if you
won't have anybody follow you.
Exactly right. But if you paid attention to what Joe Rogan has been doing over the last 20 years, and if you think Joe Rogan is a racist, then I don't think you know what a real racist is. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he is the opposite of that. A real racist, by the way, a real racist, not one who's full of hate, but like a real racist, wouldn't even talk about it. They would just kind of be quiet in the corner and be stewing with their thoughts. You know, and then a real hateful racist would join the KKK and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But to talk about it would imply that you're so comfortable with it that you're not that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I feel. Well, Kim, glad you called back in, Kim.
Let's say $20.99.
Well, we're not playing tonight.
Oh, wrong call in. Sorry.
That's the wrong call. But listen, I got more checks. Next week, you call back in. Perhaps that guess will be right. You never know. But I thank you for calling, Kim.
All right. Okay, buddy. Thank you so much.
All right,
You guys take
Alan
care.
Jackson, and that was 3 phone calls.
3 for 3.
I guess if they stop following me, then they don't know the phone number. Oh, dang.
They'll be back.
They'll be back.
They'll be back.
They'll be back. Anyway, let's move on. Guess what else is kind of trending? It's National Boy Scout Day. Oh. All right. February the 8th, we celebrate National Boy Scout Day to honor those who are trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly,
courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Whoa.
You lost me at clean.
Sebastian nailed it. I was reading it. You weren't even reading.
Oh, don't start with me, man.
Hold on a minute. Are you going to put yours on?
I got mine.
Look at all these guys bragging over here.
Who's got the belt?
Look at all the merit badges. Now, listen, I'm always jealous of the merit badge sash.
Yeah.
But I forgot about the belt.
I did too.
When he brought that belt in here.
I think I might have that belt.
That belt
Do you
is badass.
But I don't have that hat, though. Gomer Pyle.
Boy Scout of America.
That
Golly.
looks
Mark Stamos.
looks official.
Yeah.
Boy Scouts founded in 1910 by American W.D. Boyce. The Boy Scouts of America has helped shape many of our nation's leaders. According to the legend, Boyce was lost on a foggy street in London when an unknown scout helped him by guiding him back to his hotel. When the boy refused a tip, explaining that he was only doing his duty as a scout, Boyce was inspired to bring the teachings of the Boy Scouts back to the U.S.
Yes.
And that's how it started. One helpful young British kid.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Now, let's see if y'all can do the oath. There's the Boy Scout oath or promise. Now, you just read all this stuff, but there's an actual oath, and you got to do like this.
Is this
Three
the oath?
fingers.
Yeah.
3 fingers. Now, what does the fingers mean?
I don't know.
It's
Peace,
just a Boy Scout
Life, liberty,
salute.
pursuit of happiness? Maybe. I'm not sure.
You don't know? I don't know. I do that stuff all the time.
I'll
What
make
does
it up.
mean?
Hey,
look it up.
Check me up.
Please tell
Check
me. I don't know.
Check me.
All right, here it is. Ready? I'll start it off.
You going to read it?
I'm going to read it because I don't. We'll get to how
right.
far I got. I didn't
Okay.
make it far. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and obey the Boy Scout law to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake,
and morally straight. I blew that one.
Where did you fall off? yeah, you
Morally
lost him at morally
straight.
straight,
Have
him
you
at
met-
clean.
Did you? Now that you've aged and we're older, have you
Yeah.
met all the obligations of the Scout Code? Did you meet all of those qualifications?
All the 12? There's
Yeah.
a 12 points.
Well, did you stay physically strong?
Look at
mentally.
me. Look at this. What are you talking about? Stanley?
Obviously.
How about morally strong?
Oh, that one
That's why
got
I
me.
laughed at the end. And the
That
last
got
one,
me.
that's where he fell off.
I
Yeah.
fell off at the end.
Yeah.
Well, look, I was in the Boy Scouts. I made it to second class.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
I was first class.
You were first class.
I
How
can
far did you
swim.
get, Stamos?
Life.
See, Stamos beat
That was
all of
one.
us.
Yeah, and I got my driver's license, and then I totally.
you were done.
Yeah, I'm done with Boy
You
Scouts.
learned
So
about life.
you
I
you
did.
lost
Then I had a
yours.
life.
Right. He got a life and got out of there. See, I bounced around 13 or 14 when the puberty set in. I didn't need the license. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm distracted by these other genders out here, these females.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yep,
so
that'll do it.
We have pictures that we like to share with everybody. Here's
Ooh.
the Alan Jackson. Whenever you're ready, you can just post it up there. There's me.
Now, listen, I didn't know anybody that had the actual beret. We were
Beret.
too cool for the berets, but you were a special individual.
Yeah,
here.
I don't know if this was the same time that the movie Taps came out. Remember Taps? There was Sean Penn had a beret for a minute. Different. I wanted to be Sean Penn from Taps.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was around that probably. Also, kind of looks like National Lampoon's European Vacation.
Yes, it does.
What's up with the scarf, dude?
Nice
That was not
scarf,
traditional
nerd.
scarf.
And I'm wearing it wrong. It's supposed to go underneath the collar.
It does, yes.
I don't know, dude. This was a tough year for me. All right? Look at this kid's face. I mean,
proud.
I was growing into me. I don't know what I was yet, but let's all celebrate my mom and dad's wallpaper.
I was going to point that out. Yes, sir.
Can you believe that? That used to be an in thing. Yellow closet, yellow wallpaper with daisies, yellow bed spread.
Yellow carpet.
Dad's pants are hanging on the posts right there. That's awesome.
That's great.
So there's my picture. Let's go through other people's pictures.
Oh!
Is that Sean? Look at the socks.
Well, I
at the
didn't like
hair.
them green socks, dude. I revolted. I'm not been a rule follower all
You
my
look
life.
like a kid who, didn't like the green wool
I didn't
socks.
like the
You're
green
going to go
wool socks.
NBA socks.
Redskins,
I'm like,
I think.
I'm doing my own thing on the socks.
Right. The Washington football team.
Western Commanders socks.
Commanders.
Look at them short shorts. You got the
Shorties,
belt.
boy, I'm telling you.
But see, your collar's on the out. Your
I think
scarf's
I
on
didn't
the
do it
outside
right either.
too.
Maybe that's how it was.
How old do you think you were in this picture?
Probably 11, 12.
Wow, so this is like in the beginning stages of your
Yes.
scouting.
Yeah, I didn't have any badges yet. So
You know what's
look-
funny? You can't tell in this picture, but you're like 6'2" in this picture. Well, that's great, dude. Whoever took the picture, framing a little off. All right, here we go. Now, we've all been to Camp Bud Shield.
Yeah.
That's the Boy Scout camp that you go to in North Carolina if you're serious about scouting.
And learn about snipe hunting.
Learn about snipe hunting, which Isaiah, who's watching, has never been snipe hunting. We will initiate you later.
Yes.
Okay. And Isaiah's not feeling well. Everyone pray for Isaiah and his belly. He said his belly's not feeling
You
well.
got the sour belly.
I think he got nervous about the after dark.
Ooh.
Countryish after dark. Anyway, here's me, top left corner.
Cool.
See,
Do we zoom
you
in
see a
that?
young John Reap up here, top left?
There's Jeff Truitt.
There's Jeff Truitt right there. J.C. Dean, Chad Lackey.
Who is
Wait.
the guy in the middle?
All right, well, let's get, okay.
Oh,
Top
there
left.
you are, top left. I
There's
see
me,
you.
John Reap, next to Jamie Bean. Poor kid got picked on a lot, but every now and then I've been nice to him. And then if you let's find the Alan Jackson.
Is that Harry?
Alan's in there.
Yeah, Harry. Looks like Harry Potter is in there.
Where is he at? Let me see if I can find
That's
him.
Jamie Bean's Harry Potter. Oh,
I see Alan. I see
look
him.
at a
Yeah.
young D. Alan Jackson
Glasses.
right there. How far did you get, D. Alan Jackson? Do you remember how far you got?
It was right before Eagle, so
Life.
I fell one.
He's a lifer.
I fell one short, so of the Eagle.
Did you notice Alan's scarf looks so well put together?
Does.
Dude, Alan
He's
is
sitting up straight.
always well put together.
Look
He's got-
at this.
He's got good posture. He's
He's got
flexible.
perfect Indian style legs. I can never sit that way. That never put
I
me
was
that way.
taking a week's break from Hogwarts.
He was also a chaplain, I think. He's got a chaplain badge. He was going to be a preacher.
I led prayer every morning.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, this guy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I copied. I don't know. I've told you this before. When we were in elementary school, I got in trouble all the time, and I looked over at Alan. Never got in trouble. He made perfect A's. I'm like, I'm just going to copy whatever he does for a whole day. I'm going to do the exact same thing, and it worked. I didn't get in trouble. I was bored out of my head.
And he turned into a sound engineer.
Welcome to my world. Yeah, yes, sir.
But no, look at that. That's Camp Bud Shield. That would be 1984, I believe. And good times. Boy, do we need scouting. I could almost tell you everybody in that picture, by the way. The other redheaded kid is Ray Workman.
Oh, Ray Workman.
Yeah, Ray
I remember
Workman's in that picture. Chad Lackey. Bart Stewart. That year, Ty Bridges is in there.
Bart Stewart was my bus driver.
Bart Stewart.
Yeah.
I
a wild man.
had to stay in a tent with Bart Stewart.
Yeah.
And
that was
he
your
told me
partner?
he was Joe Rogan before Joe Rogan. In terms of conspiracy theories and
Yeah.
the government and all this stuff, we stayed up all night. He enlightened me about aliens and everything.
Aliens that he told you.
Oh,
right?
yeah. He knew all about them. And he was also a good break dancer. And Camp Bud Shield, there was like a breakdance thing, and we came in third place out of 4 places.
You didn't get a merit badge for that?
We didn't get a dance merit badge, no. But let's see some other pictures here. Oh, now who we got in this picture? Oh, look at there. There's a nice oh, dude, look at you. Now, you're much older in this picture than you were the other picture.
Yeah. This is like maybe 85, maybe.
Wow, dude. What
Very
is that
much.
big patch hanging down right there?
Nobody had this patch but us. We canoed 75 miles on a river.
Whoa.
Because our scoutmaster drank too much and missed the pickup spot, so we ended up going. We supposed to 50 miles, but we ended up in Virginia, and they got mad because
75 miles.
I couldn't move for 3
You went
days.
upriver.
75 miles, yeah.
Holy crap.
On a canoe, staying on the banks of the New River.
Yeah, the New River, the only river in North Carolina that flows the wrong
Way. And we definitely went the wrong way.
That's what happened.
We're almost in Massachusetts, dude.
Is Andrew Killian in this photo?
Andrew Killian, if you go scroll over.
Is that him right there?
Yeah, there he is.
Right there, one over from me. That's Kevin Black right there. And then there's Andrew Killian.
That was he's wearing his scarf the correct way.
Well, I know his mama probably did that for him.
Yeah. This is before we met you. You know what's funny? Me and Alan Jackson, and you may have went too. Did you go to Bud Shield?
I went to Bud Shield,
Yeah.
but I wasn't in your troop.
No, but you were there.
Yeah, I went like 3
I
years.
wonder if you were there in 1984.
Well, they had several
it had to
weeks.
be.
They had several weeks. It was like a 5 or 6 week
Yeah.
thing, and I can't remember. We probably went. Maybe we were there at the same time.
I'm saying there's a chance that we were all there at the same time before we met.
Yes.
We didn't. I don't know. We didn't blow up anything. If we probably would have blew something up.
Yeah.
Do you
I know we did
remember-
those, huh?
Do you remember there was? Do you remember they were talking about there was a Girl Scout troop? Did that rumor ever go around that there was
Yeah,
a Girl
on the
Scout
other
troop,
side of the
like
lake.
nearby there? You remember that? Like everybody talked about it, but it was probably a lie.
We were going to try and go
Sneak.
find them and
Yeah.
sneak off, and they were going to sneak over here and
Yeah,
all
like
that
there's
stuff.
no Girl Scout troop around
That's
here.
hilarious. Well, now you don't have to worry about it. Girls can join the Boy Scouts now.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
so there we go. All right. Well, happy. Is that all the pictures, the Alan Jackson? Do we have more pictures?
No, that's it.
All right. Happy National Boy Scout Day, everybody. All right. We got a lot more show to do. Ryan Sickler is going to zoom in. We'll do some more Joe Rogan talking and a great small town news story coming up after that. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more country-ish after this. Hey, everybody. It's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait. Are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us in many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you. Hey there, are you a business owner? Do you have a product that you're trying to sell? Well, maybe I can help you. I've got over 350,000 followers across all my social media, and every episode of Country-ish we do gets thousands of views. So if you have a product that you want me to try on the show or to talk about, go to countryish.com, click on sponsorship, and maybe your stuff could be right here on my stuff. All right, we're back. We got a lot more show to do. Ryan Sickler is about to zoom in. In fact, he's probably waiting right now in the Zoom room.
Yep.
We'll have him on in a second. And a great small town news story out of Florida. Dude steals a car, gets hit by a train, goes through a house. It's all kinds of stuff. You're going to want to stick around for that story. But let me go ahead and introduce this man. I had the pleasure of doing his podcast not long ago. Dude's been on the Joe Rogan podcast many times. Comedy Central, This Is Not Happening, Viceland's Party Legends, the Crab Fest podcast for 7 years. He's got a special called Get a Hold of Yourself. You've been on CBS, The Late Late Show, tons and tons of stuff. Please welcome, and by the way, the Alan Jackson. This guy's, I don't edit people, and he may or may not cuss. So you might want to get ready for
I'll be ready with
you
the
got a
bleeper.
beat button?
Yeah, just for the big ones.
Well, let me give y'all a warning at home. I'm talking to my mom, who I know watches this, and I love you, Mom. But there's probably going to be some cussing in this episode, in this interview. But, you know, check him out. He's very funny, and he's a friend of the show, and he's a friend of me. Who's zooming? I'll tell you who's zooming. Ryan Sickler.
Take another look and tell me that.
Here he is right now, zooming in from Los Angeles, California. I've been to this studio. The very funny Ryan Sickler. How are you, buddy?
I'm great, man. Thank you for having me, John Reap. It is a pleasure. And yes, you have been here, and you had a great episode.
Man, that was so much fun. I feel like I really got to know you a little better as well. That's good therapy. I feel like you should charge people. Because I walked out there going like, man, I feel good. That was awesome.
You feel better. You do. You feel like you got a little bit of bullshit off you.
100%. Y'all check out his podcast. It's called Honeydew. You can get it anywhere you get a podcast. So I was listening to your special, your album, Get a Hold of Yourself, on Spotify. Very, very funny. This is one of the reasons why I think we gel so well. We have a lot in common. I have a crazy LA story as well, where you have a story about walking into a 7-Eleven, and was it a homeless guy was asking you? Yeah. Well,
in the parking lot.
Can you sort of refresh my viewers of that a little
Boy,
bit?
I haven't done this in a minute.
Just
so
a
I walked
synopsis.
up, and he goes, give me $1. That's what he said, aggressive. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. And then he softened up, and he goes, hey, man, will you buy me a Gatorade? And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it either. But then when I got inside, I decided, you know what? I am going to buy that guy a Gatorade, because I appreciated his sales pitch. He went from this aggressive, like, give me some shit, to this soft, like, oh, could you please? And I was like, all right. And then when I got in line, I had one of those Karens telling me she wanted to get in front of me because she only had a couple of things. And I said, we're at a 7-Eleven, lady. We're all getting a couple.
Yeah, right.
The store's
That's what a
for.
7-Eleven is. Yeah.
Then I went out, and the guy legit took the Gatorade and he dumped it out and pissed in it.
Yeah. And what I love about that bit was you saying, like, he had a plan B. Like, he started off with, give me this, never mind, may I pretty please, had a backup plan.
Yep, plan B.
Then this plan C was, it was a ruse all along. I just needed something to piss in, dude. I mean, I remember being in LA, and when I first got out there, when you're not from there, how long you been out there?
Oh, man, since 97.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you got me beat, man.
Oh, man.
But, leading up to going out there and moving out there, you hear all these stories. LA's crazy. It's this, it's this, it's this. And I was expecting all of that. And I don't know, I was there maybe like 6 months or something, and not one crazy thing had happened. And I was kind of like, what the hell? This is kind of a normal place. I don't get it. And it happened one day, my crazy homeless LA story. So I'm coming out of my apartment, and it was one of those days where it was like 900 degrees outside. You could see the heat coming off just the waves, like a mirage type deal. And I walk out, man. Across the street, there was a homeless guy laying on the sidewalk. His back was towards me. All he had on was jeans. And he was just baking in the sun and like kind of shaking a little bit. And I was looking at him. I was like, man, I should probably go check on that dude, like make sure he's okay. And then I started seeing people walk around him like, ugh, like disgusted by him. And I'm thinking, I guess that's just what they do here, So I just started walking down the street, and I guess
that's what they do here.
I guess we don't care about our local brothers and sisters out here dying in the streets. And I thought, well, I guess when in Rome, I just started walking down the sidewalk. And then it hit me like, I don't know, let me just, and I turned around one last time. Now, at this point, I had walked to a position where if I turned around, I could make eye contact with him. And I looked, and we locked eyes. And I realized the reason why he was shaking was he was beaten off.
Oh, no.
That's it. And then it hit me like, wow, people walking around him like, ugh, and then, but it's too late. Now we've locked eyes. And he's still going. And I'm like,
already ever came in his life.
Yeah. Yeah, I went over there, I tickled his balls,
Give him a little something. Dude, I had a creepy experience one time where I was putting chapstick on walking down the sidewalk, and I locked eyes with a homeless guy, and it felt wrong. Like, it felt all kinds of weird and wrong.
That is hilarious. Okay. You're a sports guy.
Yeah.
Oh, who was it? Oh, it was the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, Tannehill.
Okay. Tannehill, yeah.
In the playoff game, right before he was on the sidelines. They're like, we'll be back. The kickoff's after. They have a close-up of Tannehill putting on chapstick. And I thought it was like the weirdest, funniest thing. Like, I'm going to go out there and whip your ass. Hang on a second. And he puts the chapstick on. And they lost the game.
It's a soft move. It is.
Yeah. So you're a big sports guy. Who do you got in the – It is a soft move.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's like the straw. It's that, and it's vulnerability, It's just it's just vulnerable.
With your mouth.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I got to talk about this, dude, because we both have been on the Joe Rogan podcast. He's trending like crazy right now. A lot of comedians, rightly so, are having his back, posting pictures with Joe Rogan going, hey, dude, listen, I've been on this show. I think he's a great guy. He's always been nice to me. And I just posted a picture not long ago, and all I said was, thank you, Joe Rogan, for letting me be a part of the Joe Rogan experience and all this stuff. And the backlash that I got from that, it's insane. And I didn't realize it was that crazy right now for him. What have you had an experience in this at all? I know you've been on a show.
Yeah, I mean, I texted him when the Neil Young shit went down and told him, you got my full support, all that. And he wrote right back like, hey, man, thank you so much. And I reached out to him also because outside of all this shit, like I haven't smelled anything in 14 months. And I hit him up again within a minute. He's like, he gives me a list of things to check out. I take it to my doctor. And I'm like, before I do any of this, what do you think of this? And he's like, yeah, this stuff sounds pretty good. And my doctor, I said this on the Jason Ellis show. My doctor said to me, I said, I wasn't sure how you take this knowing this is directly from Joe. And he goes, at this point, I trust Joe Rogan more than Fauci. He said, when he schooled Sanjay Gupta on CNN, that's when I said, okay, this guy is taking this seriously and he's doing his homework. And he said, as a medical professional, I appreciate the difference of opinions that he brings on. No one is on there telling you to do anything. Mm-hmm. They are telling you about difference of opinion. Okay. Right. And again, we're comedians. If you're going to take your health information from us, you're the fucking idiot.
Yeah, right.
We're comedians.
Right.
Okay. We might be educated, but we're comedians.
Yeah, exactly. Okay? That's not where you want to get your health advice, but it's fine. Yeah. I mean, I got you.
Right. So after the other bullshit, I posted a comment that said, this man's opened more doors, more minds, and more eyes than anyone behind a mic today. And that is true. And I thanked them publicly as well. And I got backlash because people hit me up like, you have a biracial stepson. How could you support this man? Right. I got a lot of that. And we're talking about freedom of speech.
Right.
And this is, it's got to stop. And I love that everyone's pushing back because the more we just say fuck off.
Yeah.
Then the better we are.
That's the best thing you can do. I agree. And when I posted the picture, I wasn't trying to do any kind of like hard stance on anything. I've been vaccinated.
Letting a friend know I support you.
That's all it was. And same here with Joe Rogan. I was on his show in 2019. Right after I had moved out of LA, I ran into him at the Improv. I told him I was bouncing from LA. He goes, "Oh, I'm so jealous. I want to do that one day." And we exchanged numbers. And he said, "Text me when you get your lake house in Hickory. I want to hear all about it." I moved back home. I got an album coming out. I said, "Hey Joe, it's Reap. Got this new album. Think I could come on the podcast and talk about it?" He replies, "Of course." Now, he didn't have to do that. This dude's got the biggest podcast on the planet. And he said, "Of course," quickly. And I'm like, well, crap, now I got to fly out there because I had moved. And so he was the nicest guy. He's always been supportive of me and other comedians. And of course, you're right. At the end of the day, I agree. It is 100%. Are we allowed to say whatever we want to say?
Well, he's paying for it. Yeah. It's not like he's getting away scot-free here. He made an apology. He's facing backlash. I mean, that is the punishment for it.
Right.
So, but also, like, what about allowing people the freedom when they're younger and dumber to up and then learn from the mistake and then grow to be a better person who learned from that and doesn't do that and educates people on that mistake. That's what growth is. That's what really saying, and that's what, not saying it, that's what really being sorry is. Is learning from that mistake and then giving me the space to grow. But this goes back to also, if you remember Tipper Gore putting the explicit lyric stickers on the albums when we were younger. All that did was make me want to listen to NWA more. You know, I don't think you're hurting. You know, you may be disrupting the machine, but I don't think you're hurting it. I think it's more division again, because now people are fighting with one another. They're not even going after Joe or these people. Now it's like, okay, you're part of the woke mob, and okay, go yourself, and boo, 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 boo.
Right,
you know,
right.
it's like that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
Hide and try to go conquer.
Dude, you're so right. It's one of those things where if you tell someone, especially as a comedian, if you tell someone, all right, I'm going to leave the room, don't touch that salt shaker, the next thing you're going to want to do is touch the salt shaker.
They're putting their dick in it.
That's right. That is right. So if you're really trying to get that point across, don't make it. It's a mandate. No one likes mandates. We're all learning that. But yeah, I like I said, it's funny because I've been vaccinated. I've got the booster. I've done everything I'm supposed to do, and now all these people are still like. It's funny because as many people as I lost, I got that many new ones.
Yeah, that's right. And those are the ones you want. Look, I'm with you. I did everything y'all told me to do. Both my shots, my boost. Hell, I've got 2 of the 3 viruses already. Like, let me get back to my life. You don't get to keep moving the goalpost here. We did it.
Yeah.
Over. The numbers are dropping. The UK's maskless now. By the way, you like me, I travel this country. This is the only place doing this mask shit. The only place. Everyone else is, if you want to wear it, you can wear it. Arizona went out of their way to tell me not to wear it. Kansas, Ohio, none of them.
Yeah.
Indiana, almost in Indiana. I can't even say it. Indiana, when I was in Indianapolis.
Right.
All of them.
What's next for you, man? What do you got going on?
Just the podcast, and my tour is still going. I'm out there for a while. I got Nashville coming up on March 3rd and Lexington, Kentucky on the 4th and the 5th.
Nice.
And then I had to reschedule Vancouver and Edmonton, but I've got dates for those again. I'm hitting Boston, Minneapolis. You go to ryansickler.com. All the tour tickets are there. It's a bunch of places.
Did I just see that you were in a helicopter with Tom Segura?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Dude, that's Tom, man. That's not me. Listen, you know how some people, you're like, yeah, I've been on a yacht. It's different to be on a yacht and own a yacht. You know what I mean?
Right.
So his manager called me and said, we're doing Riverside. And I said, all right. I'm low key, man. I've been out with you guys before. I don't need hotels. I'll just drive or whatever. He goes, all right, well, you can. But if you'd like, Tom's chartering a private helicopter from Santa Monica Airport. And I just started laughing. I go, of course he is. He's like, there's a seat on it for you. And I was like, of course, the first thing you think is Kobe. And then I think Ray Vaughn and Bill Graham. And I'm like, oh, shit. So we got on, and it was small. His cameraman, Sean, was as scared as I was. And there's no handles, nothing. I was holding on to his knee and shit. And it's not, I'm still getting used to turbulence, which is a steady. This shit feels like King Kong's under you, pulling you out of the sky. When it's about like, you're like, oh, God.
Wait a
minute. You're like this and shit. You're like, oh.
Well, Ryan Sickler, you're the best. I love you so much, dude. Thanks for doing this.
Reed.
And you be safe out there. We'll holler at you next time.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Take another look and tell me that.
All right. How about that Ryan Sickler, huh? Sorry, Mom, for the F-bombs, but I don't censor people. That's the whole point of today. No censorship. You say what you want. Alan, good job on the beep button.
Yes, I was very
very
quick hitting the buttons.
It's amazing how you nailed it every time.
Yeah, I just knew when it was coming.
Wow.
Yeah, I could just tell.
That's great. Well, we got time for one more segment, and then we got to get ready for Country-ish After Dark. After Dark. After Dark. If you want to be a part of the After Dark series, you got to go to our Patreon page, sign up. $5 a month. That's it. Real simple. You help us keep the lights on to get exclusive access. Access to us. That's right. But you know what, Sebastian? There's a lot of negative stuff going on in the news, as we've talked about. Right? A lot of politics, a lot of pandemics. We avoid those for the most part. We do happy-go-lucky weird things, mostly from Florida. Justin Clyde, tell them.
We're just small-town dudes with small-town news, breaking stories of crimes committed you never do. Mind your P's and Q's or they'll cover you. The town may be small, but the news is huge.
All righty, I got a good one today, Sebastian.
Where from?
Florida.
My town.
Your town. That's right. They put the bass in the sound. That's Florida. Check this out. Speaking of bass in the cars and whatnot, have you ever, I asked you this at the top of the show, you ever got your car stuck on the train tracks? I see this happening from time to time. It doesn't play out well. People always getting out last second.
Yeah.
The train hits,
Making
too.
a decision.
It's in movies. Has this happened to you?
I've seen this happen before. I've seen a little Honda Civic lowrider get stuck. You know, them low riders.
Did you see it
and
happen?
I'm laughing. Yeah, they're stuck right there. And I'm like, oh, let's just wait a while.
You know what that happens? They didn't go in sideways.
Well,
you got to come in at an angle.
Cocky wheels.
You got to come in and turn it hard and go like that. And then I don't mess with that, dude. I'm the guy that stays 20 feet back. I won't even cross it if I feel like there's a car that won't let me get all the way across.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I don't mess with trains. I've seen too many videos. Well, check out this headline. I think you like the headline.
Okay.
A train catapults a car which was stolen by a fruit stand vandal while he attempted to steal a forklift. Let's unpack.
Oh, there's so much, right?
We got a lot to unpack.
There's a lot of unpack.
We're going to try and get to all of it, but here we go. This all happened in Stuart, Florida. Ever heard of that?
No.
Close to West Palm Beach.
Of course.
Yeah. Stuart, Florida. A 38-year-old man named Bradford Wetzel couldn't find his car after leaving a bar, so he stole one. And what he said was a good faith effort to locate his own. So he's a good guy.
Yeah, he had his
he was going to bring it back.
He was going to bring it back. After he found his, he was going to bring both of them.
Somehow.
How?
Yeah, he was going to take it to a car wash probably.
Get it all detailed out.
Get tires changed, rotated, oil changed, gas it up. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He's a good faith effort guy.
Good faith.
Guess he couldn't find his fob. You know, that's how you find your car. Anyway, he said he somehow ended up on some train tracks. Somehow. That's when he claims the stolen vehicle suddenly died on the tracks as the train was a-coming. Yeah, boy. See, that's the thing.
Little black train a-coming.
Huh? It's rolling around the bend. So here's your one-way ticket to Folsom Prison, buddy. Why do cars always die on train tracks? This happens all the time.
It's a bad movie.
But it happens.
It does.
I've seen videos of it where a cop comes to the last minute and pulls them out. Like, that happens, it seems a lot. Is it like an OnStar thing? You know? I think that's what would happen. If it were my car, I would have said, OnStar, hello, turn my car off. Preferably not on a train track so I can get it back. Well, this dude got out and ran, leaving the car he stole on the tracks, and within seconds, the train hit the car, catapulting the car into a nearby home where the homeowners were there sound asleep.
Was it a trailer home?
Right. Most likely, if it's next to a train track, it's probably not, probably not a mansion. I mean, that's not prime real estate. Yeah. This sounds like an old Kool-Aid commercial. Remember that
Kool-Aid come through.
Yeah, I hope they had Allstate because this is a Mr. Mayhem move right here.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the homeowners were not injured, but they said the explosive sound of a car smashing into the side of her home was very jolting.
Very.
Yeah, but at least our Christmas tree is down. So thanks for that. Meanwhile, Wetzel continued on foot. This is where it gets weird. The dude ran after this, ran from that car. It hit a house.
Yeah.
He took off running, hightailed it to a nearby fruit stand. I guess he worked up an appetite. You know, I need a banana and a mango to go.
Well, you need bananas for your
energy. When you're stealing
cramps.
cars and getting on trains, you don't want to cramp up.
You don't want to cramp up when you're trying to get out of a car.
That's right. But then he vandalized the fruit stand and then tried to steal a forklift. Because forklifts are fast? I don't know. I don't understand that. Maybe he was going to use the forklift to get it out of the house.
Went back for the car.
Right? Once again,
Good
in good
faith.
Well, in the end, Wetzel thought it would be best to flag down a responding deputy and let them know he's still looking for his car.
He flagged down a deputy.
Yeah, so he's like, whoa,
On the fork-
I'm here. Can't find the car. Like they were trying to help him look for the
Find the
car.
car.
Like that was their number one concern. What about the one you stole? It's in the house. Turns out he never had a car.
He didn't have a car.
Took an Uber to the bar. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, God.
It's like that game Grand Theft Auto, right? Like this dude probably loves that game. I just want to, do it. Right. He got arrested, and he was charged with Grand Theft Auto and criminal mischief. Additional charges are expected to come. Either way, this dude's a train wreck. He is. And you can see him in the next Dude, Where's My Car sequel.
Oh, mercy.
Or The Hangover 4. All right? Listen, Stuart, Florida. The town. There it is. But the news is. Woohoo! All right, boys, it is 9:23. That gives us 7 minutes to get ready for Country-ish After Dark. Just for supporters, just for Patreon supporters. I don't know if you might have time if Alan's quick enough. Who knows? If you go to support right now at countryish.com and you sign up for $5 or less, you get to see what we do next. We're already getting a little happy right now. I feel it. I'm feeling loved.
96 cents an episode.
That's right. It's real simple.
That's less than you pull out of when you dump your pants out in the wash machine. 90-some cent pops out.
See, he did the math for
I
you.
did the math.
Very
and
simple.
a cracker comes out occasionally.
You know how it is. It's
cheap.
Tough. It's tough out there in them streets, but it's real cheap for you right now. Go to countryish.com to support. All right. For the Alan Jackson, for Mark Havaball. Elliot, you got something to say real quick?
Well, I just want to give a special thanks to Danny Jackson. He did me a solid and made a big difference in a family's life. So God bless you. We love you, Danny. Thank you.
Real quick as well, Danny Jackson. At some point, I'm going to come to you. We love your artwork, right? He's the one who did all the country cartoon stuff.
This was art related. Yes.
At some point, I'm going to ask you if you would like your artwork to be on a T-shirt or a hat or a coffee mug, because we think it's so good. We want other people to be able to purchase that. So think about it. Get back to me. For Mark Hunt, freaking lifer, Boy Scout over here.
Yeah. I was close.
Yeah. For Sebastian, my name is John Reap, and maybe we'll see you in about 5 minutes. All right? Till then, bicycle.
Well, life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, a simple kind of life, every dip and no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, you.
Hey, everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's Different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
You're on.
I, Sebastian, promise to do my best, to do my duty, to God and my country, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.